Kenny Omega comes out and says they planned that? No, because he can't say we effed up a spot. So he came, oh no, bro, that was planned. That was planned. We wanted the fans to think he broke my, get the frig, bro. If that was a planned spot, you're a moron. Bro, I saw there is a headline today on another website, and I'm not going to tell you what website it is. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read it.
I can't believe it, though.
Is what the headline. We got to discuss this, bro, because nobody else has the balls to discuss it.
Oh my God.
The headline reads: Kenny Omega to critics of AEW Forbidden Door 2023 match. Just shut the F up, bro. Let's get something out on the table, okay, bro? Because somebody's got to talk about this, bro. So it might as well be me, and it might as well be us.
What were the criticisms he's?
Bro, here's the bottom line, okay? They had their match, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, okay, bro? They had their match at the Forbidden Door. Omega went for the Ospreay went for the pile driver, okay, bro? Stuck Kenny Omega into the ground, almost broke his neck, okay, bro? And Al Snow, EC3. Yeah. You and I know Al Snow, bro, right? We know Al Snow. We had Al Snow break it down.
Yeah.
And Al Snow broke it down exactly why it happened. And you can vouch for this. It was towards the end of the match. And, Al broke it down that he didn't get Kenny out far enough. He didn't get his hips back enough to get Kenny out far enough, And Al said, Vince, the bottom line is, with what those guys did in that match, by the time they got to that spot, they were probably so exhausted that he didn't have the energy to do it from Al's point of view. But here's what's going on, Chris. So
I wouldn't know because I never blow up, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. So after we see the spot where, I had to look away. Then, bro, Kenny Omega comes out and says, they planned that? No, because he can't say we effed up a spot. So he came, oh no, bro, that was planned. That was planned. We wanted the fans to think he broke my, get the frig, bro. If that was a planned spot, you're a moron. You are an absolute moron. You botched the spot, bro. And anybody in the business that watched that, like I said, it's one of two things. You botched the spot or you're a freaking moron. But now if you're going to say, oh, we planned that, now you're a moron. And bro, you're going to tell us to shut the F up because we're calling you a moron because you said we planned for him to drive me headfirst into the mat. Bro, what world are these people living in, bro?
I don't understand, with the appearance that we're portraying a legitimate sport, going out of our ways to say that something that looked like somebody really tried to hurt somebody was a plan, as opposed to he got me. He almost had me. He dropped. Who cares? You're making great money. You're lined up. You're sucking at the teat of the billionaire. You're good, man. You've had 7-star matches. You had 6 and you had 5. You don't owe anybody anything, and you don't owe anybody an explanation.
I got a shot of the picture.
Oh, okay.
And I want to show you it's a great shot. Whoever took this shot, it's an absolute great shot. I want to show you the picture. So this is what we all saw. And bro, bro, the bottom line is we were all concerned because it looked like he was a centimeter away from breaking his freaking neck. So you got guys like me and Al and everybody saying bro, what are you doing? What's going on here? And it was out of concern. It wasn't, criticizing that they missed the spot. But that's why I said, so now, bro, you're going to double down and say you guys meant to do that. And then we say, okay, bro, if you're telling the truth, which you're not, you botched the spot. But if you're telling the truth, then you're both morons. And so now you're telling me to shut the F up because I called you a moron because you guys agreed to do a spot where somebody could have got hurt pretty bad.
How sensitive to, like, dude, you know what people, when I get criticized all the time or threatened or yelled at or screamed at or lied about, you know what I do?
What?
Nothing. Who cares? Who cares? If you really don't care about the opinion of somebody, if you don't respect them, don't care about their opinion. Like, people talk, people will say things, guess what? It goes away. Nobody would plan a spot, I think, that's like, oh, we'll really get him if it appears I for real tried to break a neck. But at the same time, dude, you're in the heat of the moment. It's athletics. It's competition. He snatched me up. He pile driven me. Like, it's that simple. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the spot, bro. Like that. Like, oh, you guys plan that? You're idiots. You're idiot, and we gotta shut the F up because I'm calling you an idiot.
I just hope he's okay.
That's what we, bro. That was the conversation. Not that you missed a spot. The conversation was, bro, you guys did so much during that match. You're at the end of the match. You're both tired. You're not fresh, and stuff like this can happen. It wasn't a burial, bro. Every spot's a missed 100 times a week.
Yeah, like, I mean, remember when Stone Cold had his neck broken? I mean, you were there, Vince, right?
Yep.
Slam 97. And I believe he, like, specifically asked Owen to not do that pile driver, which is an insane kind of pile driver in a sense, because it's a sit out, but with the tombstone, where, like, it is extremely dangerous. And then it happened, and then it actually happened. Like, he manifested that injury. Like, I don't know, like, I don't have Firestar Pro or whatever, so I don't know the creative move sets that are available to take from. But, like, is that an actual move where it's a pile driver position, but you kind of knee out like a tombstone? Because if it is, I'll never take that, ever.
You know, Chris, I've been saying this for years, bro. I've been saying this for years. And bro, again, bro, okay, bro, you claim that you planned that spot. You planned on him dropping you on your head. That's what you claim. Bro, you know what I say to this? I swear, I've been saying this for years, Chris. These guys are so far away from what professional wrestling was, which was a work, and nobody got hurt, and everybody protected everybody, and for the most part, everybody was safe, okay? Bro, the bottom line is they want this to so badly be real. Bro, then go out there and do it for real. Yeah. Like, who's stopping you from doing? Let's see how tough you are. You guys want to be Japan strong style? Go out there and wrestle for real. What's stopping you? You're all tough guys, bro. If those two are planning a move like that, you're tough guys. You're real tough guys, bro. Yeah. Do it for real. I don't know what's stopping you.
And let me just say to the boy, like Kenny especially, you don't owe anybody anything. You've done so much in wrestling. You don't have to answer things that you deem criticism, even though what it probably was is a headline taken out of context where these guys bury Kenny Omega's pile driver. So all he sees is a headline. And then, you know, when you react emotionally, which is a rule, don't be a stoic like me. Do not react when you have emotion. Like, he sees that, and the first thing he's going to do is react emotionally. Well, they can F off. Okay. Like, or just let it go and don't answer it. You made a great amount of money for one night's work. Yeah. You had a crowd of 12,000 eating out of the palm of your hand. You did good. Live with that. Be happy with that.
Yeah.
Don't owe anybody an apology for maybe or maybe not properly entirely executing a professional wrestling maneuver after 25 minutes and sweating and breathing heavy and hitting each other hard. Like, you don't owe anybody anything, dudes. Just let it go.
I do think I do. I would rather for him to admit that it was a spot that was dangerous and was not planned, over just saying that it was a planned spot.
And act like a pro, man. Act like you just called it out there.
Yeah.
In the heat of the moment, thought it'd be good.
Bro, not only that, listen, Chris, let's be honest, and EC3, let's be honest. Bro, you got a lot of young wrestlers out there that look up to Kenny Omega and want to be Kenny Omega. So it's kind of like what you said, Chris. Okay, Kenny, if you're going to expose the business anyway and say it was a planned spot, rather than do that, bro, if you're going to expose it, why not say the botch, the spot was botched, and this is why, to educate those younger wrestlers, bro. I mean, because what are they going to do, Chris? They're going to try to emulate what they do when if you are a pro. Number one, like EC3 says, why are you exposing the business in the first place? Okay, that's number one. So number two, if we're going to expose it, say, yeah, bro, it was a bot spot. This is what happened. At least educate those that you know are going to try to duplicate what you do.
Yeah.
That just proves too that they're like the company in itself is targeting such a minority niche demographic for people deeply on the inside and deep fans that live, breathe, talk about it, sweat all over it, put their dirty, gross, cold, clammy hands all up in the business, where there are millions of people who like the physicality and the theatrics of professional wrestling don't know what you're talking about. But now it gives them pause to go, man, you know what? I am watching some phony bullshit. I'm out quick. And 850,000 becomes 400,000, right? Just like that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Chris, it's getting to the dangerous spot of the week, because, bro, days before that, we had Ricochet and Logan Paul through the table on their heads.
Yeah.
Guys, what they're doing, bro, is all they're doing is increasing the odds of very serious injury, bro. That's all they're doing, man.
It goes back to feeding to the audience of, let's outspot each other.
Yep.
And eventually that's going to come to a very, very tough end, and someone's going to get hurt.
At what expense? I mean, Kenny has been banged up. Every wrestler has been banged up. Dude, I spent the last year fighting my perfect body, fighting atrophy because of neck issues. And that was not even directly to anything involving insane pile drivers for no reason, like on the top of my head. That's just the wear and tear, and you're going to get that. Being as safe as possible. That is a risk we have, and that comes with the territory where the beauty and the art and the physicality of this is not in the danger of death. It's in the amazement of achievement.
Yeah. And the element of mystique along with that too. I mean, it's like there's no mystique to your head almost going through the ring. I mean, there's no mystique in that. There's no mystique in trying to outspot people. It's the story, it's the allure, it's the cliffhangers. I want more. You know, I'm clamoring for more next week, and in the storylines and things like that. Dropping people in their head doesn't cause any type of that allure.
Between our shows, I checked out my Twitter. Guys, I dare anybody to do this. I checked on my Twitter before the shows, Chris. Somebody put up the finish to Mick Foley beating The Rock for the belt. Watch the freaking audience. Chris, these people were going nuts. Bro, they weren't doing that stuff. They weren't doing what you're doing today. And the people were going absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And it was the simplest of things to lay out. And then when we say, because we don't want you to be paralyzed, we don't want you to die, we want you to have longevity so you could make money into your 40s and 50s, but we should shut the F up. Oh, okay, bro, we'll shut the F up. And then when somebody's getting wheeled around in a wheelchair, we'll shut the F up. Bro,
I was just with the students at the CYN co-op. We were watching Dynamite Kid. and I'm telling him, like, watching his work and like the headbutts, like, wow, this guy, like, didn't really know him. Like, this guy's really good. I'm like, yeah, he's in a wheelchair now.
Yeah.
Really? Why? Because of the consistency and the extremes he put his body through. And Foley's an interesting case because he did make his name based on risks and high impact bumps. But even that toss off the cage was properly calculated for him to make that moment happen, but at the same time build a character that in a year can go get that reaction with The Rock based on story and emotion.
How long ago was that as far as the Dynamite Kid? Is he what year did he pass away?
Oh, man.
It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, he passed. He passed in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, December of 2000, about 5 years ago. Yeah. It's interesting that you are saying this because there was one. I was watching Dynamite recently. I hardly ever catch a full episode of Dynamite, but I was like, you know what? I imagine because of a lot of things going on Dynamite heading on to All In and Wembley, there's probably some things that we're going to be asked to talk about. And so in that one of the matches, they're having this blonde eliminator tournament thing, and it's Adam Cole and MJF they were bitter foes, and now they're becoming like friends. You know what I mean? Like Strange Bellows type of friends. And I think it's pretty clear that at the end of this, MJF's going to turn on Adam Cole. But at the funny thing, there's some funny moments, like Adam Cole's entrances with MJF mimicking it. He's the world champion. He's mimicking it. I think it's hilarious. But there was one thing that I saw that was like, you know what, this is textbook wrestling. It was all about showing and performing to the crowd way over moves. MJF was in the ring and he was going against Bill Morrissey. He was, opposite of Bill Morrissey in the ring. And so, MJF, Bill Morrissey, he's huge. So MJF was, his whole thing was milking the fact that he's going to eventually slam Big Bill, William Morrison.
That's good.
So his whole gimmick throughout the time, it wasn't just like firing shoots, blah, 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 let's do this, let's do boom, 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 Canadian Destroyer, super kicks, 18 of them, boom, boom, boom. No. It was having the audience chant body slam, body slam. And what did he do? He tries to initially pick up Big Bill and he couldn't do it. So he plays the back gimmick and he's like, oh, right. And so he worked that. And eventually, as he wore down Bill Morrissey, he ends up slamming him.
That's some crazy.
That was the most over part of the entire match. Mm-hmm. And I looked at it and I said, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about as far as it being a performance. It doesn't take a spot. The fact that he slammed Bill Morrissey is the most over part of this entire match. And that's precisely what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah. I did that with a hip toss once. So again, he's watching my work.
Nice. He did it with the hip toss. Very nice. All right. So for the second time, let's zoom through a few of these.
Zoom through. We can go quick.
Yes, let's go quick. So we got
Here's one thing real fast too, man, just because all right, like think of outspotting each other conversation. Like imagine David Copperfield chops a woman in half, saws her in half. Then David Blaine does so, but shows that the blade's a little closer, like the trapdoor was like a little closer to her. And then David Copperfield's like, well, now his door's getting closer. These two magicians, in the end, have to chop a woman in half because that's the only way to.
Yes, that's right.
Chop a woman in half. Yes. Like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna cut her legs off, but I'm gonna cut off her sternum.
Yeah.
You guys are psycho.
This is a legit guillotine, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a great analogy, bro. You're right, man.
Yes, indeed.